Switching gears slightly to the architectural sheet, I would like to place a title here as well as dimensions. But before I do that, I'd like to change the scale factor and make it exactly the same as the electrical sheet. Going to Format, selecting Line Type. As you can see, use paper space units for scaling. This is the PSLT scale. With the check mark, it is currently on. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to set the global scale to 48. Selecting OK. Selecting View, Regen All, zooming in to this area, and everything looks fine. Zoom Extents. Switching to model space. Since I would like to place the text in the same location, I'm going to pan the view. I'm going to select File, Open. I'm going to select the electrical sheet and open that. Switching to model space, panning my view again. Taking advantage of the Windows clipboard, I will select Edit, Copy. Going over to the A2 drawing, select Edit, pasting to original coordinates. And now I simply double click on the text and remove the text that reads electrical. And this will be the first floor plan. I can zoom window, select the line using grips, and bring it over, turning on polar, and zoom previous. With that done, I'm going to place an overall dimension and then a dimension string. First, the overall dimension. I have gone ahead and created the dimension layer, and I have also gone ahead and formatted the dimension style. I have created the style titled VTC 048. The 48 represents the scale factor for a 1/4 inch. I will show you when I click on Modify the changes that I have made in lines and arrows. Just pointing one thing out, the arrowheads will first appear as closed fill. If that happens, your Extend Beyond Ticks will be grayed out. So you have to remember to change your architectural tick first so that you can change this value following that. Looking at text, using Arial as the text style, selecting Fit. I'd like to make one minor change, text placement over the dimension line without a leader. Too many leader lines will make the drawing a little too busy. As you can see, if the scale has a 48 in the title, then the overall scale of 48 will be read in the text box. This overall scale is, in fact, the scale factor for our drawing. In primary units, this scale factor refers to the measurement scale. When the lines are measured for dimensioning, they are multiplied by this number, which is 1, and the result is returned to the text of the dimension. Since we draw at 1:1, the dimensions should appear correct. And we are not going to concern ourselves with alternate units or tolerances. They do not apply to architectural drawing. I will now select OK. Setting it current and close. Going to zoom in here. I can open the dimension toolbar I will select a linear dimension from this endpoint to that endpoint. I will pan the drawing. I'd like to place a continuous dimension through the two rooms. I will simply draw a guideline, and this is where I would like the dimension string to appear. So, zooming into this area first, I will select linear dimension from this point to this point. I can now erase this line, and I will now select continue dimension. This will pick up where I just left off. Close this, zoom extents, and you can see how dimensions can be placed on the drawing. Going back to layout 1. To reinforce the external references, I am using the same floor plan and the same border for the architectural sheet and the electrical sheet, but I am placing different information in model space of each sheet.